Hello students, myself Ankit Patwari, a qualified chartered accountant and a licensed US CPA. Today we will discuss about the US CPA course program, its content, the eligibility criteria, the job opportunities, what is the cost of doing US CPA program, and why it is in so much demand in India these days. Let us now understand what is US CPA. US CPA is a designation given by AICPA to the individuals who have cleared the uniform CPA examination. US CPA means Certified Public Accountant. It's a chartered accountancy course of United States of America. The CPA designation is a professional degree through which you can gain high standards in the field of accounting. Students who are interested in the field of accounting taxation can go for US CPA program. US CPA is a globally recognized accounting profession. Why CPA course is in so much demand in India these days? Law of accounting work is coming to India through big fours, the big chartered accountant firms. There are a lot of US based companies who are opening their operations back office in India. Therefore, a huge job opportunity is getting created in India. So what is the eligibility criteria? How can I sit for US CPA examination in India? Do I have to travel to US to give exams? All these queries will be answered today. The US CPA designation is given by AICPA, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountant, and administered by NASBA. Who are eligible to sit for US CPA examination? There are various requirements through which you can sit for US CPA examination. 55 state accounting boards of US, they have different parameters. If you satisfy those parameters, you can sit for US CPA curriculum. The most common parameter among all these 55 state accounting boards are you need to have a bachelor degree in the field of accounting and finance and a minimum requirement of 120 credits to sit for US CPA examination, and 150 credits is required to obtain the US CPA license. Along with it, you need to have 1 or 2 years of experience also in order to get the license. So first let us understand how to sit for US CPA examination, and then we will talk about the US CPA license. In order to sit for US CPA examination, you need to have a bachelor degree in the field of accounting and finance and a minimum requirement of 120 credits. Each year of graduation will give you 30 credits. So 3 years of graduation gives you 90 credits. However, to sit for US CPA examination, you need 120 credits. Let us understand how we can get 120 credits to sit for US CPA examination. 90 credits can be obtained through your graduation degree. Each year of graduation gives you 30 credits. So 3 years of graduation gives you 90 credits. Additional 30 credits you can get through pursuing MCOM course or any MBA course in the field of accounting and finance. However, a qualified chartered accountant, a qualified cost W accountant, a qualified company secretary can also sit for US CPA examination. Any professional course gives you additional 60 to 70 credits. So 90 credits of your graduation and 60 to 70 credits of your MCOM course or chartered accountancy course or CWA course or company secretary. So you can meet the minimum requirement of 120 credits, and accordingly you can sit for US CPA examination. Which companies are hiring US CPA candidates? Qualified professionals. The big fours: Deloitte, KPMG, EY, PwC. Many MNCs are hiring US CPA qualified professionals. Lot of US based companies have their operations in India, so they are also hiring the US CPA qualified professionals. What does a US CPA qualified professional do? Just like our Indian chartered accountancy course, then he or she either works in the field of accounting, taxation, auditing, finance. The same goes with the US CPA qualified professionals. Or they can work in the field of accounting, auditing, taxation, finance, the information system audit, and so and so. What is the course content of US CPA program? How many papers we have to sit for? How many groups? What is the passing percentage? All these questions will be answered. Once you met the eligibility criteria of 120 credit points, you can sit for US CPA examination. There are 4 papers you have to clear in order to be a qualified US CPA professional. There are 3 core papers and 1 discipline subject. The 3 core papers are financial accounting and reporting, auditing and regulation, and the third core paper is regulation, which is US taxation. The fourth subject is the discipline subject, and you have 3 options, and out of these 3 options you have to choose one. Number 1 is business analysis and reporting. Number 2, information system and control. Number 3 is tax compliance and planning. So 3 core papers, that is financial accounting and reporting, commonly known as FAR, auditing and assurance known as AUD aud, and the taxation paper, which is known as regulation, is known as reg. The fourth paper is the discipline subject, and you have 3 options. The first option is business analysis and reporting, that is BAR. Second option is information system and control, that is ISC. And the third is tax compliance and planning, TCP. Now a candidate must be confused as to which discipline he should opt for. Like I told you that a US CPA qualified professional works in the field of accounting, auditing, taxation, finance, and so and so. So if a student is more interested in the field of accounting, then along with 3 core papers, the fourth paper, which is the discipline subject, he can go for business analysis and reporting. This is basically advanced accounting. If a student is more interested in the field of auditing, then in that case, along with 3 core papers, he can go for information system and control. Basically, in this paper, you will be taught about information system audit, the cyber security, and many IT related topics. If you want to set up your professional career in the field of taxation, then along with 3 core papers, you need to go for the third option, which is tax compliance and planning. Basically, this is advanced taxation. So based on your area of interest, you can select your discipline subject. Unlike our Indian Chartered Accountancy course, where you will find foundation level, intermediate level, final level. In foundation level, you have 4 papers, intermediate level, you have 6 papers, and final level, you have 6 papers. US CPA curriculum is a single level examination where you need to clear 4 papers, 3 core papers, FAR, aud, reg, and 1 discipline subject. You have 3 options in that: BAR, ISC, and TCP. Unlike Indian CA course, you have group concept, individual passing percentage. So US CPA curriculum is a single level examination. You can sit 1 exam at a time. It's completely upon your wish that you can sit for 1 exam at a time, or you want to sit for 2-3 exams. So you study 1 paper at a time and go for examination. Once you clear that, again study for another paper. After 2-3 months, you can again sit for another paper. You can easily clear US CPA examination between 12 to 15 months. What is the minimum score that you need to score in order to pass each paper of US CPA examination? 75 is the minimum score is required to clear US CPA examination, which means you need to get 3/4 of your questions correctly answered. If there are 50 questions, then in that case you need to get round about 37-38 questions correctly answered. So accordingly you can clear the minimum passing criteria. How the exams are conducted? Sir, is it subjective, MCQ? US CPA examination is completely conducted in MCQ format. 50% of the paper will be fully MCQ based, wherein you will get a question which has 4 options. You need to choose the correct answer. Remaining 50% of the paper is also MCQ, but it's case based MCQ problems, wherein they will give you a case study and they will give you few filling the blanks. You need to choose the correct answer. So how difficult is US CPA as compared to our Indian Chartered Accountancy course? This is comparatively easy as compared to Indian Chartered Accountancy course. In Indian CA, you need to have subjective papers, you need to write, you need to clear exam. However, in recent times, they have also introduced a few MCQs also, but US CPA curriculum is 100% MCQ based examination. There is no subjective part in this. Each exam can be taken up individually. There is no such group concept. So US CPA examination is completely conducted in MCQ format. 50% is simple MCQ, which has 4 options, and remaining 50% is task based simulation, which is case based MCQs, wherein they will give you a particular case study. They might give you a few extracts. You have to read those extracts, and accordingly you need to fill in the blanks. You need to do filling the blanks with correct answer. Is there any negative marking in MCQ format? No, there is no negative marking when you sit for USCPA examination. But only thing you need to note, you need to get minimum 75% of your questions correctly answered, because the minimum passing percentage is 75. Sir, can you tell me what is the passing percentage based on past records as to how many students can clear, how many students clear the USCPA examination? The global pass percentage for USCPA program is roughly between 45 to 60%, which indeed it's a very high percentage as compared to Indian Chartered Accountancy course. So which one is better, Indian CA or USCPA? Like, every student starts Indian CA course at post their class 12 examination. So during their graduation degree, they have completed foundation level and intermediate level, and they have started their articleship, and post their graduation they will be sitting for their final examination. If any student who has not done anything during their graduation, now they want to professionally upgrade their career, then definitely they can go for USCPA programming, because they have to clear only 4 exams, and that can easily be done between a time span of 15 months. 12 to 15 months, the student can easily clear 4 USCPA papers. Even qualified chartered accountants, those who are trying to upgrade their professional career, they also, or those who want to practice the global accounting, they want to audit the global companies, because as I've already told you, USCPA is a global recognized professional accounting course. So if an Indian chartered accountant wants to practice for global companies, they want to go for US GAAP, they want to learn the US taxation, then in that case they can go for this USCPA program. It will professionally upgrade their career, add a feather on their cap once they complete the USCPA program. And through networks in US, if you have a good network in US, then you can get a good accounting work to India. US is facing a huge dearth of accounting in recent times, as their students are more inclined towards data science and data analytics. So very less students are interested in the accounting and the finance field. This creates a huge job opportunities for students in India, as a lot of US based companies are giving their accounting work to big 4 companies, the medium sized chartered accountant firms. Even a lot of US based companies, they are setting up their offices in India. So huge job opportunities is coming in recent times. How examinations are conducted? Do we need to travel to US to give exams? No. Post 2020, right? There are a lot of prometric testing centers, those who conduct the US CPA examination in India. Like you have in Delhi, Bombay, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, and many more cities where this examination is being conducted. So by sitting in India, you can clear US CPA examination. By sitting in India, you can get a job as well as in India as well. Do you have to travel to US to give the US CPA exam? No. Post 2020, there are prometric centers, those who conduct the GRE exams, the GMAT exams, right? So over there, you can apply for US CPA examinations, and we have prometric centers in metro cities, and few more cities we have the prometric centers. So over there you can apply for exam and you can sit for examination and give in India itself. CPA exam has 4 papers, whereas CA course has 3 levels and roughly around 16 to 18 papers. CA course takes 5 to 6 years of time to get completed. What is the scope of US CPA qualified professionals in India? Lot of US based companies are located globally, so you can get a good job opportunities if you want to work abroad. Many US based companies are outsourcing their accounting work to big 4s, small and medium sized partnership firms. Many US based companies are opening their offices in India, so this creates a huge scope for US CPA candidates in India. When can I sit for US CPA examination? Can I sit for US CPA examination post my graduation in the field of accounting and finance? Yes. Each year of graduation will give you 30 credits. So 3 years of graduation will give you 90 credits. And to sit for a US CPA examination, you need 120 credits. So the additional 30 credits can be obtained by pursuing MCOM course or MBA course in the field of accounting and finance. With certificate of enrollment in MCOM course gives you additional 30 credits. So 90 of BCom and 30 of MCOM, that gives you 120 credits, and accordingly you can sit for US CPA program. What are the requirements to get US CPA license? First, you have to clear the 4 papers, that is 3 core paper and 1 discipline subject. At the time of giving exam, 120 credit was required. So 90 of graduation and additional 30 credits you got by pursuing MCOM with certificate of enrollment. You sat for your 4 papers of US CPA examination. By the time you clear your 4 papers of US CPA program, you will also be completing your MCOM course. So post completion of MCOM will give you 60 credits. So 90 of BCom and 60 of MCOM gives you 150 credit points, which is the minimum requirement to get US CPA license. So number 1, you need to get all your 4 papers cleared. Number 2, you need to have minimum 150 credits. And number 3, you need to have 1 or 2 years of experience in industry. How can I start my US CPA journey? As to which paper I should give first. There are 3 core papers and 1 discipline subject. So you can start any paper first. You can start with accounting, you can start with auditing, you can start with regulation. It completely depends upon your area of interest, and accordingly you need to start preparing for it. Which paper should I give first? There are 4 papers you need to clear for US CPA curriculum. 3 core papers and 1 discipline subject. 3 core papers we have accounting, auditing, taxation, and the 4th paper, which is the discipline subject, you have 3 options. You can go for advanced accounting, you can go for advanced auditing, you can go for advanced taxation. Student can start their CPA journey with any of the core papers. They can start with accounting, they can start with auditing, they can start with regulation. If I'm more confident in accounting, then I can start with financial accounting and reporting. If I'm more confident in auditing, then I will start with auditing. Or if I'm more confident in taxation, or I'm more inclined toward taxation, then my first paper will be regulation. So once you complete the 3 core papers, you can definitely get set with the discipline subject, or you can just, there is no specific order in which you need to give your examination. So you need to plan your journey of giving exams properly. Like if I am a student, if I am interested in accounting, so after giving FAR, I will go for bar because I have already decided my discipline subject. Then I can go for auditing, and then I can go for regulation. If someone wants to specialize in US taxation, then their first paper can be regulation, and post regulation they can go for their discipline subject, which is tax compliance and planning, and then they can go for FAR, and then they can go for auditing. Like, what does a US CPA does? So what will be the scope of work for a US CPA qualified professional? US CPA is equivalent chartered accountancy course of US. Lot of job opportunities are getting created these days in India, because there is a huge dearth of accountant in the United States of America. Over there, the students are more inclined toward data science, data analytics, and many other courses other than accounting and finance. So this creates a huge opportunity for the Indian students to get their US CPA qualification and apply for jobs in India itself. Many US based companies are located across the globe. So this creates a huge job opportunities for Indian students to work abroad. Many US based companies have outsourced their accounting work to India. All these accounting works are either taken up by the big 4 chartered accountant firms or medium and small size chartered accountant firms. So they are creating a huge job opportunities for Indian students, those who have qualified US CPA program. The big 4 MNCs, Deloitte, KPMG, EY, PwC, there are a lot of US based companies, they have their offices in India, like Microsoft, Google, Amazon. So this creates a lot of opportunities for US CPA qualified professionals. What does a US CPA qualified professional do? Just like our Indian chartered accountants, those who work in the field of auditing, taxation, accounting, give consultancy work, can be done by a US CPA qualified professional. So what we will learn in US CPA curriculum? Like in Indian Chartered Accountancy course, you are going to learn about our Indian accounting standards issued by the government of India. You are going to learn about Ind AS. You are going to learn about auditing standards which are practiced in India. You are going to learn about Income Tax Act, income tax law which is prevailing in India, the GST law, right? So in US CPA curriculum, you will learn about US accounting, that is US GAAP. You will learn about their auditing standards. You will learn about their taxation laws, the IRS law, the US taxation. What is the cost of doing US CPA course? The cost can be divided in four parts. The very first part is your credential evaluation cost. It will range around 30 to 35,000. Like the graduation degree which you have will give you 90 credits, and MCOM degree will give you additional 30 credits. So you need to get your documents evaluated. You need to submit your documents to NASBA and get your documents properly evaluated so that they will check whether you have sufficient credits or not. So the first cost related to your US CPA program is the credential evaluation. There are many organizations who does this credential evaluation. You can apply directly also, but you can go through FACS, which is most renowned, and they do the credential evaluation on your behalf, right? The second cost is the international testing fees and the Prometric center fees. Once you get your documents evaluated, the next step is to apply for NTS, which is notice to schedule exam. You need to pay fees, and once you get NTS, accordingly you can apply for Prometric centers. The cost can be subdivided in four parts. Number one, the credential evaluation. Number two, the international testing fees. Number three, the Prometric center fees. And number four is the licensing cost. What is the cost of doing US CPA course in India? Let's understand in detail. I will break the cost into four parts. Number one, the credential evaluation. Number two, the international testing fees and Prometric center fees. Number three is the licensing cost, and number four, the training provider cost. Number one, the credential evaluation, which will range between 30 to 35,000. You need to get your documents evaluated. You need to submit all the documents to NASBA, and they will check whether you have sufficient credits or not. Once you get the evaluation report, the next step is to apply for examination, right? For that, you need to spend around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees. So 30 to 35,000 for the credential evaluation, 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees for the testing fees. The third is your licensing cost, which will range around another 30,000. The hour training cost, that will range around roughly 80 to 90,000 rupees. You can complete the US CPA curriculum at a cost of 4.5 lakh rupees. Through which state should I apply for US CPA course program? There are 55 state accountancy boards. All have different requirements to fulfill in order to sit for US CPA examination. So some state boards say that you need to be a citizen of US. Some say you need to have the credit points. So there is Guam board through which you can apply for US CPA examination, which will less requirements of fulfillment for US CPA curriculum. So why do you choose you? Why would you choose Balaji Educare for your US CPA curriculum? At Balaji Educare, we always think from the point of view of students. What do students actually need in order to qualify for any particular course? Number one, they need live classes. So we will be providing them 100% live classes. Number two, they need the recorded videos so that they can study later on as well. Number three, they need the LMS. So we have our own LMS wherein you will get the all the resources in soft copy. You will get the MCQ bank, plus we have GLAM LMS also, which we will be giving to our students. The GLAM LMS gives you a full insight of the testing pattern, the MCQs, the simulations, the soft copy of resources. Number four, we have weekend doubt classes for working professionals. Number five, mock exams are being conducted at regular intervals. So what is the average salary a US CPA qualified professionals can expect in India? Like I've already told you, there are a lot of job opportunities which has come to India. Once you qualify all the four papers of your US CPA examination, a fresher can easily expect a salary of 8 to 12 lakh rupees. And if he has an industry experience of 3 to 4 years, then definitely it can range between 15 to 20 lakhs, and so on. It will increase further. The big four companies, Deloitte, KPMG, EY, PwC, they are hiring the US CPA qualified professionals, as they have got a lot of works from US through their connects in US. The many US based companies are also looking for US qualified professionals, as they have their operations in India and they are spread globally. By doing US CPA qualification, it not only opens your doors to jobs in India, it also opens your door to work globally. US CPA is a globally recognized accounting professional course. US based companies are spread all across the globe, so they require US CPA qualified professionals. It is US CPA who can actually deliver in the field of accounting, auditing, taxation, and finance for US based companies, which is spread all over the globe. Why do you choose Balaji Educare for your US CPA training? At Balaji Educare, we always think from students' perspective. What a student actually needs is the biggest care we take. There are a lot of things we do for our students as to what is exactly required in order to crack the US CPA examination. Number one, the regular life concept class which we give to our students. Number two, we also provide recorded lectures of our past batches. Number three, a student need to practice regularly MCQs. So we have our dedicated MCQ LMS where students can track its performance as to how many questions the students have attempted correctly, how much went incorrect. So accordingly, a student can revise those questions later on. Along with that, we have recently tied up with GLEM. It's a global body who gives resources for US CPA curriculum. So along with our LMS, we will also give you GLEM LMS where you will find the task-based simulation questions, wherein you will find the MCQs, wherein you will find the e-resources, the soft copy of materials. We also conduct regular mock tests for our students so that we can see how well they are managing time, because it is very important for a student to manage time in an MCQ based examination. On a regular basis, we often conduct one-to-one mentoring sessions for our students on weekends so that they can ask their doubts on a personalized basis to the mentor. What do a US CPA qualified professional do to the business houses? A US CPA qualified professional provide accounting services, auditing services, finance services, taxation services to their business clients. They specialize especially in US accounting, which is GAAP, generally accepted accounting principle. What kind of work a US CPA qualified professional do for their business clients? A US CPA qualified professional gives a lot of services to their business clients. They can handle their accounting work, they can do auditing of their businesses, they can provide tax planning and consultancy, they can provide financial services, they can solve their issues related to finance. What does a US CPA qualified professional do for their business clients? As you know, a qualified US CPA is experienced professional who has worked in the field of accounting and taxation, especially US accounting, which is GAAP, and US based taxation. So a qualified professional, a qualified US CPA professional can give accounting related services to their clients. It can also audit US based companies. It can help you in your tax management, tax planning of US based companies. So a lot of finance related work is also being handled by US CPA qualified professional. Who gives jobs for US CPA qualified professionals in India? The main job opportunities for US CPA qualified professionals comes from Big Fours. It is the Big Four chartered accountant firms in India, that is KPMG, EY, Deloitte, PwC, who gets lot of US based accounting work outsourced from US to India. So they need US CPA qualified professionals in order to do those works. Even there are a lot of US based companies, the top MNCs who have their back office in India, like Amazon, Google, Flipkart, Microsoft. So they have their offices in India. So they need US CPA qualified professionals in order to carry out their accounting work, the auditing work, the taxation planning, and everything. In how much time I have to clear my US CPA examination? Usually, in order to crack a US CPA examination, it takes 12 to 15 months. But if you see AICPA guidelines, you need to clear all the 4 papers of your US CPA examination within 18 months from the date of passing your first paper. In some state boards, it is 30 months from the date of passing your state board exam. For some state boards, it is 30 months from the date of passing your first examination. So like if you have cleared your first examination, say in the month of January 2024, and you could not finish your rest of the 3 examinations within 18 months from the date of your first examination, then in that case, the examination which you passed earlier will expire and you have to reattempt that examination. So what are the changes in US CPA curriculum? Before 2023, if you see, there were 4 papers like FAR, Audit, Reg, and the 4th paper was BEC. From 1st January 2024, the new CPA curriculum has been introduced. We say there are 3 core papers, FAR, Audit, Reg, and the 4th one is a discipline subject, which was BEC earlier, now subdivided in 3 options: business analysis and reporting, information system and control, and tax compliance and planning. So basically, it's these discipline subjects are the advanced version of your core papers. 2024 introduced the discipline subject and they gave 3 options. The 3 core papers were same. The 4th option, the 4th paper, the discipline subject had 3 options, that is bar, information system and control, and tax planning. The syllabus from 2023 to 2024 was reduced. Few topics of FAR was moved into bar, few topics of auditing was moved into information system and control, few topics of regulation was moved into tax compliance and planning. So as you compare from 2023 to 2024, the syllabus was reduced subject wise. The testing pattern also became slightly easy. The difficulty level across all the testlets would remain the same. In 2024, the examinations were conducted quarterly. Now, in 2025, the examinations can be taken up on any day except holidays, Saturdays and Sundays. Few topics of revenue recognition has been introduced in FAR. So these are the few changes that has come from 2023 to 2024 and from 2024 to 2025. So 2024 was the new CPA curriculum announced, 3 core papers. 4th paper was discipline. You had 3 options: bar, information system and control, tax compliance and planning. In 2024, the examinations were conducted quarterly. Now it has been made any day. In 2025 onwards, you can sit for examinations anytime you want except holidays, Saturdays and Sundays. Is CPA a good option? Is the common question for every student. For working professionals, those who are qualified chartered accountants, those who are already working in the field of accounting, auditing, taxation, if they want to professionally upgrade their career and or they want to go for, if they want to learn US accounting and US taxation, or they want to work globally, then in that case, it's a great opportunity for them to go for a US CPA program. They can study US GAAP, they can study US taxation, and accordingly they can serve US based companies as well. For a normal student who has done graduation, it's a great professional degree which you can obtain between 12 to 15 months of your time, and you can get a decent job in the industry, that is 8 to 12 lakhs. And accordingly, as you progress with experience, your package also increases. So it's a great career option for a qualified as well as for a non-qualified students, those who want to pursue US CPA curriculum. Is CPA worth doing it? Is the ask of a common student. Students often ask us, sir, is CPA a good career option? Yes. As you know, there are a lot of job opportunities are getting created in India. So we require US CPA qualified professionals to fill that gap. Even qualified chartered accountants, they can also pursue this US CPA program, as it will give them a global opportunity, as they can also serve US based companies. They can work for US based companies. They can cater their US GAAP requirements, the US taxation planning they can provide to their US based companies.